Hello, I'm your host, Sister Charity, and my co-host, John Sells. Welcome to another episode of Our Perspective. First, if you haven't, I want to encourage you to definitely subscribe and hit the bell for the notifications. This show is weekly, and we are excited. If you've not attended our shows before, we just pretty much share our different perspectives. We don't always agree, and that's okay. We respectfully disagree at times, but we would love to have you comment your perspective, and we appreciate all the comments that we've been getting, so we can actually interject maybe some of your comments on our next episode. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we're going to get right into it. Today we're going to talk about, I know this is going to be a piece of work, but we're going to talk about lazy Black men, okay? I want to just give like a little backdrop of why this topic for me, and that is because my daughter had she had an individual over to her house, and this is crazy, but anyway, the person was coming to help out. The person was coming to learn the business, and the person was coming to do. And the person showed up for 2 weeks. Didn't have to pay for room and board and all of that. But in that 2 weeks, all they did was stay on PlayStation and play games and do, some fun activities. But when it came to working, that was a whole nother thing. As a matter of fact, I heard he was lazy to the bone. I don't know if you can get any lazier than that, but that sounds like you need medication. So I wanted to ask John, do I have a point?
I don't even know what to say about this. It sounds like the parties had an agreement where you could come kick it and learn how to do a craft that they're very good at.
Right.
And that came to kick it and wasn't concerned with learning anything. See, I think it's a learning disability thing and not so much as a lazy disability thing. It's not even a disability if that person walked and moved on their own free will. I think it might be a free will. They ain't willing to try to do nothing.
Thank you.
Done for them.
Okay, so that's my definition of lazy. And let me just tell you, if you can play a PlayStation for 8 hours, okay, then you can definitely learn a craft in 2, okay? Not all day, but maybe an hour workshop to show you how to do this business so you can make $10,000 a month or more. And you too lazy. That's what I mean by lazy to the bone. If you don't have enough in you to really, take advantage of an opportunity, talk to me. What is really up with that? And this, I just said Black men because I'm talking about Black men right
now. No, the dude was Black you talk about, but you need to say men in general, and then we don't generalize nobody because it's a lazy something SOB and everywhere. So we need to just call it out for what it is. I don't believe that it's so much like they're lazy, like don't want to sweep the floor, lazy. I don't believe it's that, that they don't want to be successful. It's a mental state, and that mental ain't being fed right, and therefore it's foggy. And the pleasure principle is the video game. But what I would ask is, who supplied the video game where you knew somebody was coming? You could disconnect that mug and we can get to business.
Okay, so let me just give you a little bit more background. This person flew to another state with their own PlayStation. Okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. So I'm just telling you that PlayStation seems to take precedence over pretty much everything else. So nobody said bring your PlayStation because we're going to be playing PlayStation. That was not in the initial conversation. But my thing is, it's not just that. And yeah, I know people are gonna be upset, but I'm talking about Black men because that's what I'm seeing. I don't know about the other cultures, races, and all that, and I don't care. I'm talking about something needs to be said when a Black man wants somebody to take care of them. They don't want to step up and do what they're supposed to do. That's an issue, not just for me, but for Black women. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm here to tell you that, yeah, I get your point. It's a lot of Black men, but if we just focus on that, then we're not focusing on the Latino, the Italian, the just men in general. You know, if he's not doing, then he's being done too. Like if he's not providing, then he's being provided for.
Right.
So that could be in it. It's pimps of all nationalities. They just on some pimp stuff and they don't want to get out there and get it. They want somebody to go get it for them and bring it to them.
I don't know why you keep going back to another culture. Let me explain something to you. You are not you, but Black men are quick to talk about quicker to talk about Black women dating out of their race and marrying out of their race. But I'm just talking about why. I'm telling you the why. I'm telling our listeners, my perspective is that so many are looking for mamas. So many of them are looking for to just have a free, like a free ride. I've talked to some of the women I know, and they pay all the bills and stuff, and the man don't do anything. What is up with that? Because that's just not cool.
He did something. If they paying them bills, believe me, he did something. He might only did it one time, but he did something, sis. I mean, don't nobody do that for just know anybody. I mean, a dude off the street now gonna be on the street now the way this economy is, high as rent is. Oh, you gotta kick in now. You gotta have more to you than just bed game or whatever kind of game you got, a conversation. You know, it's gonna take more than that now.
Right.
You know?
Right. Because the bed game don't keep the power on. The bed game don't get your car no paid. The bed game don't do too much anything. And so I'm just gonna go 100 with you. So when you have a man that's used to being taken care of and you kick him to the curb because the bed game is no longer any good, now he wants to, have domestic violence with you, or when you tell him he got to go, now he wants to, be overly possessive and things like that. People just don't go like they need to go.
Yeah, correct. But I mean, that mentality is not a mentality, it's a female mentality. And if you should be unfortunate enough to attract that kind of dude, and what does that say about the females who paying these bills? It's still gonna be back to them no matter what. I mean, these dudes lazy because they can be.
Wow.
You don't provide for them, they're gonna have to figure out how to eat. If you don't work, you don't eat.
That's what the Bible say.
Yeah.
I talked to a person
to a color. I can't put that to a color, sis. Because I'm just knowing that, yeah, you want to deal with your own now in this convo, but I mean, it's a lot of lazy people around in all shapes and sizes, and it ain't just males. It's some females don't want to do nothing.
That's true.
They want to bring it down instead of bring it up. I think we have a whole lot of negative beings amongst us.
Well, you do have a point. And I will say, sometimes the woman that's been used and abused, unfortunately, she becomes so hard and callous that the man that, the right man can't even have an opportunity because she just treating him like she should have treated all of the other people. You understand what I'm saying? Not should have treated, but she's putting all of that stuff on this person who is the right person. So I do understand what you're saying. And then trust me, we come from a generation where I was told that the man is supposed to take care of you, almost like the little Cinderella story. And that's not the case. And it probably never was the case. And if a man is taking care of you, and this is why I believe my grandmother and aunts and things said, look, you be able to take care of yourself. You get a job, you work, you get your education, you go to college, so you don't have to depend on somebody. Because I'm gonna tell you, when a woman has to depend on a man, okay, or when a man feels like a woman is just, needy and she's dependent on him, that gets old. And sometimes a man, a good man, he wants a strong, independent, self-assured woman. And if you not that, then you're gonna have issues, and you're gonna keep dating like what we're talking about, the lazy man, because you might be lazy.
It ain't, yeah, it's not even so much if the man is lazy or not. If the man is manipulating and the art of manipulation, then he's manipulating his situation so he can be comfortable in his environment, and she's allowing it.
Yeah, she's reinforcing it.
It is his environment. Because you pay the cost to be the boss, and if you're paying the cost, you is the boss. That's why I make sure nobody pay the cost but me, so I can talk. You know what I'm saying? Can't talk if somebody else got the keys to the car and keys to the door and could lock you out your spot because you said the wrong thing, something she didn't like. It's a lot of mess going around here. Don't nobody want to keep it traditional. Like, I believe in traditional. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you, but if I'm taking care of you, much like my child, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you gonna listen, because you letting me take care of you. You don't want to step out of line, you'll step out the house. So therefore, it works both ways. If somebody ain't putting in and getting up and doing what they need to do, their end of the bargain, then the contract is null and void.
Wow. I see that double standard.
It's not really.
I see a double standard, because you telling me if a woman don't listen and do what she's supposed to do because she is dependent on you, and that's true.
Yeah, I know.
That was the whole point. That was the whole point I was making at the beginning. But here's the issue: once she discovers that this man is manipulative, or he don't want to do nothing, or he want a mama, I'm gonna keep saying that over and over. He wants somebody to take care of him. Once she realizes that, and she tells him, look, I can do bad all by myself. It's time for you to go. And then we end up with an issue where it's domestic violence, because she didn't say he had to go. And now he don't have like a free ride. So he's all upset. And he probably got a person on the side, but we won't even go into that.
Yeah, but she provided that. What I'm talking about is way different. I'm talking about somebody's being kept and taken care of. The word taken care of means everything's all right. Like, you being taken care of. God takes care of us. I hate to bring up a religious thing, but yeah, we're taken care of. So you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, that take care of you. On the other hand, now, if a dude is being taken care of, he is not the man of that dwelling, and he knows it. But it's up to that female to stop facilitating it. And a lot of these females facilitate it with their sons. Their sons could be 35 years old and they're still saying, my baby need, and taking care of him. And then what does that son do? He goes and looks for another mother. If he got put out of that mother's house, he's gonna look for somebody who got that nurturing in that pocketbook to take care of his needs.
You know what? That's an excellent point. And our listeners don't know this, but I worked in the prison system. I worked with at-risk populations, quote unquote. I've worked with youth who were incarcerated and all of that. And so the main issue that some of these young, I'm going to go Black teenagers, okay, because that's who I work with. I can't speak for everybody else, is that before their mom got involved in a relationship with a man, they made their teenage son the head of the house. He was the man of the house. And now she done brought in some testosterone, and this man is letting her son know, no, you ain't the man. I'm the man. And then the son resents the mom because the mom has put the man over her son. I think we just need to do a whole parenting show, because our women, our parents, our single parents, don't get me wrong. I know it's difficult at times, but if he's not going to be the man forever, stop making him the man. Stop trying to make him feel like, you know, he's over the whole house. No, you over the whole house, okay? And don't bring nobody else in there that you got to take care of. That's pretty much my point.
Yeah.
I hope you understood that.
So that male will learn from the female when it's supposed to be the other way around. That male is supposed to learn from the male. But if the male is not there and he's learning stuff from the female, so when that female gets another male, he's gonna feel like some kind of way, because that dude is in getting that time that the son could get. And if she caught up with him, he don't get that meal sometimes. He's not gonna get that money sometimes. If anybody cut in on that, then they're gonna get chased off by the son. And then that's gonna cause a conflict. And then it's hard to get somebody to deal with somebody else's grown or teenage child, son. Yeah.
Right. And so what happens in most cases is that the woman will tell the son, he got to go now. You got to go.
He should. Depending on the age, we all seen
babies. I'm talking about 18 and older. So, you know, when they're 18 and older, or 16, in some cases, now he got to go. But I've seen parents tell their 14-year-olds, okay, you got a job now, because I used to employ, you know, teens and such. And so you got a job now. Now it's time for you to pay some of the light bills, some of the rent, some of the this. And they would literally come up to our agency and get the checks that their son earned. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even going to go there with the whole fact that they were a generations of welfare. I don't have anything against welfare, but I'm just saying, her son is trying to work and she not working. So now he's at an age, he's 20-some years old. He's tired of working because he's been taking care of everybody and nobody's been really taking care of him. So, you know, you got it both ways. So now he wants to chill and let somebody take care of him now.
No, he's still lazy mindset. If I'm being done wrong at home, I hurry up and get my own home. That's I like to call that what do you call it? Encouragement, or you know, something to work for. What would you call that?
Independent. I don't know.
That's just encouraging me to do my own thing, to get out. You know, in the comments what I'm looking for. Leave it in the comments, but it's used quite
motivation.
I'm motivated to get up out of here because they taking all my money. If I get my own spot, then I go to work for myself. Yeah. If somebody sit up and watch me go to work, then I'm a fool for letting them sit up and watch me go to work. I'm gonna go somewhere and where nobody can see me and work, and then they can't ask me for my portion of whatever it is. I'm giving my portion to myself.
Mm. You know, I remember when I was a teen, you know, men had a lot of pride in what they did. I mean, a lot of them really took pride in their cars. They took pride in their ability to work and make some money. And they didn't mind taking you out to eat and not looking for nothing in return. But nowadays,
I don't remember that.
But I do, because I had a standard. So my standard was not like today's standard where I'm gonna just, it wasn't like that at all. You got to do way more than a meal. You understand?
But he's on the restaurants now, and once the dude figure out he ain't gonna get no sugar, he want them to pay their half. It's Dutch. I don't know if anybody familiar with Dutch. Dutch means your food, I pay for my food.
You split the check.
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense is that?
You paying for yours and I'm paying for mine. It ain't no split, because if you got steak and lobster and we split it down the middle and I didn't get that, no, you got yours and I got mine. Ooh. You know, so the world is real wacky right now because it's not about that anymore. It's like, no, take nobody out to dinner. Uh, They don't even want to do that no more.
Who
These
don't
these,
want to do that anymore? You
these
talking about
dudes,
men?
oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
because when
These
you make
black men?
dollars an hour
Okay.
and they close the Sizzler down, you know that, right? It ain't no more Sizzler. You can go in for $7 to $8 and
Hey,
you
they
piece of it.
still got Applebee's. They still got Applebee's or,
I don't come on, man. These dudes don't want to spend that type of money unless they got a guarantee in writing that some booty gonna be involved with this meal. And I don't
you
I
you
talk
right.
like, but come
You
on, I
right.
did some booty, right?
So that
So
seems like that's the only thing nowadays that black men not lazy about.
we ain't even talking about men. These
You
are
talking about men.
they're not men yet. You don't get to just say you're a man because you got the genitalia. You got to put the work in to even get that title. I'm a man. My son in the room, I'm a single dad. So, yeah, it took me a while to become a man, and I just don't want to swing that word around loosely.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, say lazy men, you can't put men in the same sentence with lazy because they don't deserve that title as a man. I
okay.
get it happen every day, whether I
Okay.
feel like,
I'll say male.
yeah,
I'll say
male,
male.
male,
MALE. Male.
yeah,
Uh
male.
yeah, maybe I'll say that. But I'm not gonna belabor this, but another issue around the laziness, and I've heard men say this, and this is I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say men, I'm gonna say males.
Yeah, male.
Males say it's not a spoken thing, but it's almost they're almost like jealous, for lack of a, or resentful that a woman could get a man to do things for them, and so they start acting more feminine. It's just I don't know what's going on today.
I would say, trying to get somebody to do something from you is from all the males that's being raised around women who get men to do something from you. If you're around anything, you're gonna pick up on it. If you're around anything long enough, you're gonna pick up on it. So if you see somebody lying and manipulating, doing that, that's what's gonna rub off on you. So
Okay.
be careful what you do around your children. And a lot of
Thank
women
you.
are not
Thank
careful with
you.
children. They think they be sleeping, but they don't be. They
Okay.
hearing. So a woman has a lot of responsibility. She can't go around here willy-nilly, and that's why she can't have as many bodies on her as a dude. That's just not cool. We need to get back to some kind of dignity and decency.
Yeah.
Care
It's
how
called it's
how you
called morals and values. And
there
it
you
and it's called the word of God. What God said, because he said it for a reason, you know.
work.
And then I want to give shout outs for those of you who are listening, just tuning in to our show, and this is your first time. John and I are brothers and sisters, so I want to give a shout out to our mother who made sure that John knew how to cook and clean and take care of things, because I know some men who don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean, don't pick up after themselves, and doing well if they shower a couple of times a week. And I thank God my husband is not one of those men, but I know some men like that.
It's called about what you just did.
What?
It's women. Is some people just ain't nasty. It's a whole bunch of women don't know how to cook, clean, and ain't even trying to learn. Ever since Top Ramen, they feel like they don't have to know how to cook. You get some of that Top Ramen. Most of they dudes been in the joint eating Top Ramen anyway. They like Top Ramen. If you don't try, you don't do. So if you don't have that mindset of I'm not gonna try to sew, I'm not gonna try to, or a girl should wash dishes or this, that, and the other, then your place gonna be nasty and it's just gonna multiply. So you gotta know how to cook and clean as a human being, because you have to take care of your surroundings. Like, I'm single right now. You think I don't need my house clean? No, I don't need nobody to do it. I just gotta get up and do it.
Hello, your house look real good in the background. I'm checking
It's
it
all
out.
right. Yeah, it's all right. The camera can't see the crumbs on the
It's
floor.
always
But,
it's
you know,
always clean, and I admire that in you. One thing I can say about you, you're not lazy. You know how to take care of business. You're responsible in that. We don't agree on some of your techniques, but and the fact that you said earlier that a woman needs to be doing what she told when you taking care of her. So,
yeah,
I don't agree with all of that, but if you're doing it right, she won't mind.
the word taken care of should that says a lot about. I mean, we gotta listen to what the word means. If I take care of you, you need to do what I'm telling you because I'm smarter than you. I'm the one taking care of you.
Wow.
To listen to you tell me how to take care of you if I already know how to take care of you.
Let me put a pin right there real quick because we're just about out of time. Men that are listening, if a woman take care of you, that means she's smarter than you. And
Yeah.
women who are listening, if a man takes care of you, that means he's smarter than you. Okay. So I love that. I have to agree with you. And I thank you all so much for tuning in to Our Perspective. I really always enjoy John because he brings so much different.
One more thing, because I don't. It's
Go
some
ahead.
work. I'll get. Wait, one more thing. I know we
Okay.
ought to. I got a wife that's a roommate. I don't keep this place clean. She do.
Okay.
But I will kick in. You know what I'm saying? I will do my part. But yeah, don't give me credit for that. I'm sorry. But when she wasn't here, yeah, it was the same way. It was clean.
You know what?
Don't want to not.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't, but you did. And those who are listening, he said his wife is his roommate. But we're gonna talk. We'll deal with all of that on our next show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Our Perspective. Again, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to our show. Click the notification bell and leave a comment because I would love to hear your comments or your perspective on our Black men ladies. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next time. God bless.